Clark. time to get away. It's time to get away from you. It's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. You brought a lot of money, but me, I'm catching tiny tummy. And you make me sleep. I try and try, and I start to be sensible. You know what I mean? And so it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. And next time we'll talk it over, and we can start again. A lot of static, and me, I would like it automatic. Oh, what did you think would happen next? Oh, what could it ever be? So it's time to get away. It's time to get away from you. Next time, let's talk about it. Or maybe start again. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to pity you. It's true. To think I used to pity you. To think I used to talk to you. It's true.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Hello, basketball fans. Welcome to the NBA on 2K Sports, along with Kenny the Jet Smith and Shaquille O'Neal.
The Trailblazers play before the hometown crowd here in downtown Portland, Oregon. For the Portland Trailblazers, they won their last contest, that game against Toronto.
Was not even close. I mean, they had points coming from all over the place.
Yeah, they stayed true to the game plan offensively and never strayed at all. Impressive performance.
Tip-off goes to Milwaukee. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got the general. Michael Jordan is out there with Wright. Then it's LeBron James. Lets it fly from 18. Aminu grabs the miss. And here are the Trailblazers now. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And this was as even a matchup as you'll find in the NBA. Split the season series down the middle, one apiece.
Yeah, this is really tight. I mean, it's splitting hairs when you talk about these teams. You get the feeling if they play 10 games, each side would win 5.
Trailblazers on D. Damian Lillard is a two-time All-Star. He just keeps getting better and better, and I love his demeanor on the floor. He seems a lot older than he really is.
Yeah, he's got an old head, and he's got a very even-keeled disposition about him, which serves him well. He almost missed the All-Star game last season and was an injury replacement.
McCollum, no good. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Outside Jordan. Six on the shot clock. And he gets the jumper to drop. Jordan's got the opening basket of the game for Milwaukee.
And those are the first points of the game.
Nice hoop to get the scoring started there.
And Aminu kicks to Lillard. Dishes it to Plumlee. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
And I'll bet that's what they talked about before the game. You know, getting the ball inside early.
And it worked to perfection, Clark, on that possession. We'll see how that plays out in terms of being a big part of their game plan.
Now here's Wright. His last outing, he had 8 points. It's rebounded by Leonard. For Portland, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. All alone. Can't hit. So Milwaukee will take it the other way. They come in fresh off a win against the Heat.
And I believe what that game came down to was their ability to really knock down those triples.
Yeah, I thought the work they did on the perimeter was excellent. It was just too much for that defense, or really any defense for that matter, to handle.
Here's Lillard following the basket by Michael Jordan. Lillard attacking, and it's Wright sending it back.
They've had a cold start so far, just 1 of 5 from the floor here early.
And that one's good by Clark.
You know, his ability is matched only by his energy, guys. I mean, he's usually in the middle of everything for his team.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time getting the lid off the basket so far.
Plumlee with a screen on Wright. Plumlee with the screen. Three-pointer. Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
To the inside, Leonard with the steal. Right against Lillard, and stolen by Wright. Here's the break. Jumps up. The fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Ooh, quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
Now here's Wright. Still getting warmed up offensively. No buckets yet in the game for him. Just 5 on the clock. Here's Clark. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Everything going according to the script for them offensively so far.
Clark, shots be falling. That's for sure. They're scoring with a tremendous amount of confidence.
You went straight playground old school there, partner.
And offensively, they've been struggling. He just wants to get them back into a good flow and stop forcing shots.
Well, Greg, the misses started piling up. Things kind of snowballed on them in that regard. This is a good timeout to kind of calm his guys down and hit the reset button.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Reese Harkless comes in for Leonard. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Alan Crabb in for McCollum. 1:37 left here in the opening quarter. Here's Lillard. It's good. He scores. That's his first basket after missing his first 2 attempts. Now 1 for 3.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop. And one thing about Damian Lillard, for as much as he handles the ball, for as much as he pushes the action, he doesn't turn the ball over. I mean, surprising for a young, aggressive point guard, but this guy plays wise beyond his years.
Henderson against Wright. From about 16, Henderson no good.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Right outside. From deep. It's hauled in by the Trailblazers. And you know, Clark, another important point regarding Lillard, for as aggressive as he has been going to the basket, he's extremely durable. He's been terrific in terms of health.
He's been an every gamer throughout his young
Isn't
career.
that something?
That is
Yeah.
remarkable. Unusual in today's NBA for sure.
Now here's Leonard. No scoring yet from him, but that's likely to change. And that one's good by Davis.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Lillard attacking. Out left to the wing. Crab, good. Here's Wright. He got it up. And it would have counted had it fallen, but it's offline. And that does it for the first quarter. Milwaukee on top, up 4. And we'll be back in just a moment with the start of the second quarter. All right, the second quarter beginning in just a moment. And let's get your take, guys, on the scoring breakdown for Milwaukee.
They've set the first half tone by getting out on the fast break and getting the defenders on their heels.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And Milwaukee, looking at who they've got. Kawhi Leonard is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's O'Neal. And there's the general. And it's Wright in at the 2-guard spot. Here's Crab. Davis sets a screen. Clock at 6. Knocks it loose. And stolen by Wright. And here's the fast break. Davis leading the way. Here's Leonard. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Leonard's got the lead up to 6 now for Milwaukee.
He's got to be a little embarrassed for joining the Paratroopers club on that pump fake.
Crab kicks to McCollum. From deep. The shot will not go. And Milwaukee the other way now. Seems every season, Clark, you hear the same thing. Portland Trailblazers had to deal with some tough injuries.
Kevin, it appears as though it might actually be a curse. I don't like to use that word, but the history of this team and injuries is as unique as any in the league. Last year, no different.
3 on the clock. Here's Shaq. And count it. 2 points with a chance for one more at the free throw line.
How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
Innovation and improvisation right there, Greg. Finding a way to get that shot to fall after taking the contact.
Plumlee, he's checked in for Portland. Myers Leonard comes in for Maurice Harkless.
And with the Blazers and injuries, even when they fought through pain, guys weren't at 100%. Aldridge wasn't quite the same with his hand injury.
We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Plumlee with the steal. Here's Aminu. Boom, he jams it straight down.
Tell you what, that was all made possible by the heads-up defense at the other end.
And I love that as soon as they get their hands on the basketball, they immediately get out in transition.
And losing Matthews for the season was huge too, guys. I mean, every team goes through injury woes and bumps during the course of a season, but the Blazers just seem to be, at least in the last half dozen years or so, hit very hard every year.
And Milwaukee calls their first time out of the game. You know, guys, Al-Farouq Aminu, so highly regarded coming out of college, still really finding his way around the NBA, but this last season with Dallas, he may have found his niche in this league.
That's a great point, Kevin. A guy who can give you a lot of things, rebounding, defense, hustle points, but he's already played on a number of teams in his young career because he's still trying to, as you put it, find that niche. Maybe he's finally developed who he is.
Milwaukee making a switch here. Yao checked in for Shaq. Giannis Antetokounmpo comes in for Leonard. Jordan, he's checked in for Wright, and it's Wright in for Wright. Trailblazers trail by 6.
Yeah, and on the topic of Aminu, he's a bit of a tweener, doesn't have quite...
quick hands on the steal and then just mad hops on the slam.
Great sequence for them defensively and Clark offensively.
Well, one usually leads to the other, Kevin. That's just good, aggressive, attacking basketball at both ends.
And that replay sponsored by Kia, the Kia Slam Cam, giving us a great look at that one. Milwaukee leading by 8. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Puts up a 3, and Yao gets it to go on the assist from Michael Jordan. Yao's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Now a timeout called by Portland.
And did not seem happy about how things are going on right now and maybe wants to make some changes.
I agree. I mean, just was not comfortable with the way things were set up at that particular time. And in that case, I think it's the right thing to do.
And so here's Portland. 11-point game. Portland again missing. For Milwaukee, they've gotten 4 of their first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. And that is good. On to Tacumbo's got his first bucket of the night.
And just